Red pill disclaimer. Welcome to Gawdzell's channel. By watching this video, you are choosing to take the red pill and see how deep the rabbit hole goes. All opinions expressed are Gawdzell's alone, and any copyrighted content belongs to its respective owners. Viewer discretion is advised.
Can you see it now? Can you see the Matrix for what it truly is?
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another informative video. As always, let's get right into it.
People of color have to stand together because the people of color, Diddy, Jay-Z, wait for Snoop Dogg, fucking Snoop Dogg gonna go down, okay? I said it at the Olympics. They gave him that. Now they're gonna pull the rug out right from under him and fucking slap his face straight into the cement. Perhaps put cement boots on that boy and, you know, do what they do with that. Yes, Snoop Dogg, I'm fucking saying that. People of color have to.
Everybody knew that Snoop Dogg, not again, mentioned him in December of 2020, but everybody beat the hell out of me. Screw you, that can't be true. What the hell do I know, right? And then recently it just came out again that Snoop Dogg got accused of actually trafficking children. And what did everybody do? Ooh, Snoop Dogg is at the halftime. I'm going to the halftime. But we canceled Dr. Seuss. And Jemima. Nobody mad. Nobody. Super Bowl happens. They were dripping down from the letters. The LVI. I know, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's go to the game. Make some hot wings. It's fine. It'll pass. It'll pass, right? It's a phase. It's just a phase. But oh no, tell somebody that plastic straws are coming back and throw a fit. Let a convict get arrested. Somebody put a knee on a convict's neck and it's over. The neck of a child. Crickets. Crickets. Nothing. Everything's fine.
Just say crickets. Wow. Yeah. Dang, everybody going down, man. So it's a part of the what is it? The breakdown of the matrix. That's what the part of it is. Everything gotta get exposed. Everything.
Justin Bieber, here's what I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna do a video on Bieber because I feel compelled to do it before he leaves. You know what I'm saying with that? But here's what I'm gonna say with Bieber.
Before he leaves? It is that Justin Bieber is going to be sacrificed. What? How true? Like, what? Oh, man. I don't know. Like, I don't want to wish nothing on no one, but I don't know why I can see that happen. It's like, maybe Justin Bieber knows some stuff, right? I don't know, man. That's sad, though.
First off, Bieber, okay, I'm going to save his chart for the video I do, but Bieber, Justin, okay, Canadian, Justin, little kid. So I just want you guys to understand this. He is both a victim and not a victim, okay? And obviously if he's a kid and he's at Diddy's house, for the love of Jesus, Buddha, Allah, tree frogs, I don't care. But if you have a kid and a grown-ass man wants to spend time with your kid, they're fucking disgusting. No man, you can't even get your kid's father to babysit like that. Like, when your husband's like, yeah, I want to take them for fucking 10 days. What married woman has a husband that says, I want to take the kids for fucking 10 days? You go. I mean, if there's illness or something like that, yes. But no baby daddy does that. No father of their own child does that. There's an exceptions to the rule. So Strange-O over there, okay, literally Strange-O, okay, Dr. Strangelove, this weirdo, he's like, yeah, I want to run a camp for little boys, and I'm going to pretend that I'm mentoring them. Oh, they will sacrifice Bieber. That's exactly right. Yeah. Justin Bieber,
Wow.
here's what I'm
That's messed up what they doing to like that, man. For real. Like, you gotta speak out, man, against these folks. For real. Because that's not cool.
My major concern between November and March for Justin is that more and more will come out, and the direction or reflection that reflects back from the mirror to him is so problematic that there could be an increase, and I'm going to say it, drug abuse and overdosing type of circumstances. It will be by accident, and it will be like Aaron Carter, Whitney Houston. Oh, look, they overdosed. But did they overdose, or did somebody spike what it is they're taking, causing an overdose? Just because you smoke a joint, take a pill, does not mean you're expecting to die from that particular thing. So is it laced with something, as is the case of Prince? Is it laced with something? Or is it the case of Michael Jackson, where it's laced with something deliberately and suddenly you're not watching and the person passes away? Is that what's going on? Now we're going blurry. Now we're back. Justin is being rooted for and applauded on the other side because he has the chance to make it right for himself. And I feel he is both participant but victim from the beginning. And that can happen. That can happen. Sometimes you just can't fight it. Sometimes you are bullied and harassed and forced into situations by people that are called mentors. Mentors is the wrong word. Mentor, as I'm saying that, mentor is a horrible word. Somebody says the word mentor, think of a different word, teacher. Mentor means abuser to me. I've heard it so much in the industry when it comes to older men with younger boys, when the boys were on the street, that when I hear it, I go nuts. So go to Elton John when you're talking about Bieber. Go to Elton John. Go all the way down the history, the lineage of the music industry, and ask yourself, who partakes in what and who orchestrates and orders what? And what happened? And why are these marriages so arranged? Because they're arranged. Now, Justin carries with him the shames and the sins of the father, whatever that means in the family history. Might not mean much, but just lineage with the Saturn conjuncting the sun. The sins of the father, all the way down. And he has a chance to stop it with his chart. He cannot come back from what he's done. I want him to know he can. He needs to pray right now. Get on his hands and knees and beg for assistance and prayer to bring him out of his thinking, because his thinking is going to lead him down the wrong road. It is between November and his birthday in March, and it's probably the 8-week time frame, so that's 2 months after his birthday. And then I'm kind of hitting a wall with his energy. I feel like he needs our prayers, and I feel like he needs to be elevated, really elevated at this time. Super elevated. You don't know the half of it. He's been trying to speak out on it, and he is bullied. He's a bully. If you are a mother of a young entertainer, don't hand them over. You have to know as a female, I'm a female, and I've always known this, you don't give your kid over to strange people because they're famous. And least of all, men. And you sure shit don't give custody. We're going back to Steven Tyler and that girl that her parents gave him like, what are you giving a musician custody for? What do you think they want to do to your child? Better them? No. So when we're looking at Justin Bieber, Usher was given custody of him. Nobody should be going to an Usher show. Nobody should be doing that. Nobody. Stop supporting these people and the liquor companies that support Diddy to harm. Nobody who does that should be making a penny off our backs. And Justin needs prayer to raise him up and to speak regardless of what he's done. It can be forgiven because he is a victim of circumstance, parental and otherwise, all the way throughout his life. So this entire planet has been hijacked by good and evil, and he's in the middle of it. But I worry for him. So 2 months after his birthday, March, April, May, that's the time frame. So November to May, it's in that 6-month period.
Wow. He definitely got caught up in there, man. For real. Shit.
Salone Bella explained that something traumatic happened to Justin Bieber when he was 15 years old. We know when Justin Bieber was 15 years old, he stayed with Diddy for 48 hours. And we all know the alleged rumors about what happened to Justin Bieber during that time. And Salone Bella says that Justin Bieber wishes that he could go back to that time and change the things that have happened. And she explains that the emotional breakdowns that we've seen Justin Bieber go through are caused by what happened to him when he was 15 years old, and how he truly hasn't been happy since this time in his life. And let me just say that this reading gave me the chills. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this clip so you guys can hear everything that Salone Bella had to say about Justin Bieber's childhood.
Justin Bieber is caught in an energetic smog. He looked to be about 15 or 16 in my communication with him, and he was playing a board game. So there was a board game like Snakes and Ladders. It wasn't Monopoly, it wasn't checkers, it wasn't anything like that. It was like Snakes and Ladders. And there was this really interesting feeling of, I wish I could go back before this happened. So I got the distinct impression that he wanted to go back to a point in his life before whatever is going on right now. And then I got the really, really kind of eerie feeling that the next several weeks for Justin were going to be very difficult. I wasn't really trusting what was going on. I didn't know if he was being pushed into something he didn't want to be pushed into, or convinced to do something that he doesn't want to do, or, tricked into something. I do feel with his energy that he has seen and experienced something that he should not have, because he's trying to erase a whole chunk of his life. That's what I got from that. He's trying to actually remove himself from being connected to this certain point in his life. He wants nothing to do with it at this point. He wants to go back to before it happened. So whatever it is that happened from timing in my dream, it's going to be about the age of 15 with him. Not sure what that was, but at 15, there's a big turning point. I'm gonna have to look that year up. I didn't, I just turned the camera on and started talking while it was kind of fresh in my head. So it was around the age of 15, and he wanted to go back to that. The Justin over here, the current contemporary Justin, I can't even grasp onto his energy. So he himself is not presented front-wise, he is behind something. So he is the kid hiding behind the person we see. So there's a split in his personality. He's actually a split person. And I take this to be what happened to him after the age of 15. As I saw him playing the board game beside my bed, I was asking, where are you right now? Because I recognized him, but he wasn't the same as the kid that we see now. And what I saw around him, what manifested in my eye line, was basically like a gray square, like an ice cube, but gray and made from smog, but thicker. So it's like his energy was trying to get out of this block of smog ice or smog that was keeping him kind of down and was not where he wanted to be. So I was very, very aware that this kid is not where he wants to be. He was 15 the last time that he was truly happy. I worry for him on a lot of different levels. One, because I have read about his emotional breakdowns. But what I found so interesting when I asked what that was about, I do know what that was about. I have been told what that was about, but not by him. When I asked him energetically what that was about, I got the kid talking to me about the board game and talking to me to distract me. So there's something in his psyche that he does not want us to go forward with. So I feel that this kid is teetering on so many things that are emotionally just like a fine thin wire. So we could really go off the rails, or we could go back to being a child. And I really felt like he was living in two different dimensions, so to speak, or two different points of reality. How he sees himself and how we see him, who he is, and the struggle for who they want him to be. That is going on right at the second. I got that so strongly.
Salone Bella explained that something traumatic happened to Justin.
Dang, man. See, I'm sending positive energy his way, man. He seemed like he really going through it.
2 people were killed in a horrific.
Yes.
Where is
drinking regular old water.
You're not lying though. That could feel deep open.
So this is what you do when the car is on full and you put 60, but it won't take the whole thing. Show the people, mommy. Yo, I never seen nothing like this in my life. So that's what you do? That's the technique? When the car don't want to take all the gas? Okay, you shake it. Let's see if we can get to 60. If we can get to 60, you done taught me something real new. I ain't never know.
Yo, she really doing that though, and it's working.
Yo,
That's funny.
if you ever think your car is full,
funny.
try this technique, okay? We almost at 60. Let's go. Okay, okay, yeah, okay, it's coming out. So we got to 56, but that's better than 51. All right. Okay, mommy, thank you. So this is what you do when
Did that really
the
work?
car is.
I think I seen my mom do something. I don't remember, but I think this actually do work.
What type of bullshit is this? Elon Musk is now the first public person to exceed a net worth of 400 billion. But let me show you something that's even more crazier than that. I found this post. They said it's 80,000 BC. You are immortal. The world is still frozen in an ice age. You decide to save $10,000 every single day, never spending a cent. 82,000 years later, it's 2021, and you still don't have as much money as Elon Musk. How? If this doesn't tell you some type of sorcery, some type of magic, some unfair gameplay is going on here, I don't know what else to say to you. $400 billion. What could you even possibly buy at that point? When people just have so much money to where they can live 83 lifetimes and still be good, you gotta start giving some of that shit away at this point. I'm sorry. What type of bullshit is this?
You're not lying though. Like, really, dude? You can literally change. Like, I was talking to somebody about this too. They're like, bro, you can literally change everybody's life right now. But he decided not to, you know, because they want to be selfish and make sure everyone suffered and keep going. Like, come on, man. That isn't that. Like, he's right, man. At some point, like, you gotta give that shit, man, for real.
Did you know every single time Beyonce begins one of her world tours, a massive music icon dies? This theory begins with the king of pop, Michael Jackson. Beyonce embarked on her I Am Sasha Fierce World Tour starting in March 2009, and Michael Jackson died in June 2009. Right when Beyonce announced her The Miss Carter Show World Tour in 2012, the Queen of Disco, Donna Summers, died. Then right before embarking on that same world tour, Queen of Vocals Whitney Houston died. It gets crazier because in June 2014, when Beyonce and Jay-Z began their On the Run world tour, legend of soul music, Bobby Womack, died in June 2014. Literally, right as Beyonce began her Formation world tour in April 2016. Prince died also in April 2016, right after Beyonce and Jay-Z began their On the Run to world tour in June 2018. Queen of Soul. Aretha Franklin dies in August 2018, seeing her pay tribute to a falling music icon at each of her tours is getting a little bit eerie. And the craziest part is that fans were already predicting who was going to be next, right when the Renaissance tour was announced. Beyonce began her Renaissance World Tour in May 2023, and Tina Turner died in May. And right on cue, Beyonce paid tribute to her. People are asking Beyonce to stop touring. Did you know every single time Beyonce begins one of her world
Is that really a thing? Like, has this really been happening? Dang. That's actually kind of interesting. It says people are asking Beyonce to stop touring. Damn. Because it's getting to the point where the people just pass away. So.
What did heroin feel like?
It felt like a warm blanket. It somewhat helped with the depression. You know, So I continue doing it.
Right.
You know?
When you say depression, can you talk about like what led up to that?
Being adopted. You know, being in that environment of drugs. Both of my parents, they was alcoholics. Every day they was drunk. And
What was your relationship like with your adopted parents?
it was shitty. It was shitty as hell. I mean, mainly my mother. You should see some of the voicemails she did. I mean, of course she drunk.
What'd she say?
Didn't nobody want you.
It's so sad, but like people really actually go through stuff like that too.
That shit hurt, man.
Can I give you a hug? What did heroin feel like?
Man, that's not like, as a human, bro, you want to be accepted. That's the worst feeling. Like, not being accepted. Like, what? No human deserve to go through that, man. It's already hard enough that we gotta pass away. Like, and then you come into a world that's greedy. You got Elon Musk, 400 billion. Like, man, like, can we catch a break, please? It's so sad, dog. Listen, like, positive energy, the most abundant energy to anyone that has to even go through that, bro. Because that stuff is not cool.
More than 600,000 players of the online video game Fortnite will soon receive refunds. Federal regulators ruling that the developer, Epic Games, tricked people into making unwanted purchases. The Federal Trade Commission says it's sending more than $72 million to impacted players in the United States. Additional refunds will be distributed at a later date. The average payment, about $114 per player. More than 600,000
2 people were killed in a horrific crash in Texas. Take a look. It split the car in half. It's a McLaren, a British supercar, which sells for over $200,000. It's also one of the world's fastest cars. Though police have not said if speed was a factor here, they do say the car slammed into a tree, killing both people who were in it. A person in a second car that was hit had to be hospitalized. No word on their injuries. 2 people were killed.
completely out of touch.
Salone.
Luigi Maggioni may have just left us a cryptic message on his social media. Now, this is absolutely wild, so stay with me here. So, if you go to his X/Twitter, you can see that there's a banner on top of his profile. Now, it's believed that every single one of these pictures has meaning to it. Now, the first one is a Pokemon. This is super random, just have on your profile. But if you look up the number of the Pokemon in the Codex, it's 286. Well, coincidentally, Luigi left us with 286 posts on his profile. Now, if you look up Proverbs 28:6, this is what it says. Better is a poor man who walks in his integrity than a rich man who is crooked in his ways. And he's in jail for the death of the United Healthcare CEO. Next to the Pokemon is a picture of a lower back x-ray, which is believed to be his with screws inside of it. Now, Luigi's former roommate RJ Martin told the media that he had severe back problems, so bad that it would leave him in bed for over a week, and it severely impacted his dating and intimate life, which left him distressed. Now, he also said that he got a back surgery. After this back surgery, he didn't talk to his friends or family, and this is when they lost touch with him. Eventually, in November of 2024, his mom called him missing. A month later, he did what he did. Luigi Maggioni may have just left us.
Hi, y'all. I can't watch Cooking with Kaya no more because my girl actually can cook better than her, and she's good at what she do.
What?
And
yeah,
she the best cook that I ever seen since we got together. That's it. Hi, y'all.
Bro. Cooking with Kaya got this going on, man. What? Nah, she is crazy for this, bro. She really. I know they trolling. He talking about send hope. They got him in trouble, but bro got the White Castle burger that you put in the microwave and some hot Cheetos. Like, come on, man. This is troll. They trolling.
So apparently the Vatican is going to live stream from a tomb. It's St. Paul's tomb right next to the tomb of Lucifer for the first time in history. Well, they open this holy door. They call it the holy door. It's bricked off, like it's a brick wall. From what I could find online, it's apparently filled with like a bunch of stuff. I don't know if anyone has access to that stuff when they open the door. Maybe some Catholics can chime in and let me know. Like, do they actually show you what's behind the door? Do they just open the door? Either way, this is pretty much the first time in history that the general public is going to be able to witness them opening this what they call the holy door in a tomb under the Vatican. And I guess this time, I don't know, maybe you can chime in on this too, but like, I guess this time they have the Masons, so it'll be the Pope and the Masons, and the Masons will be like chanting some hymn or something while the Pope, you know, does his thing before they break down the wall and open this door, the holy door. There's a lot of weird things happening this year. I'm just saying, this could be something to watch. That's all I'm going to say, because I don't want my TikTok taken down. But all the information's available. They are going to live stream it, so you can watch it. And it's going to be on Christmas Eve when they're going to open this door. Let me know what you think. Okay, love you, bye.
So Pope Francis is supposed to be opening 5 sacred portals on Christmas Eve that has never been done before for their Jubilee Festival. I got curious about this and had to research it. My mind went to here first. But apparently it's just like a holy door located in major basilicas in Rome. These are all of the places and times and stuff that he's going to be opening them. And this prison here, it's not released anywhere. But here's what AI says. Let's see if it knows more than we do. Also, did anybody else think about the Apocrypha for some reason?
So who all is ready for the Pope to open up 5 portals? Pope Francis will commence a centuries-long Catholic tradition on Christmas Eve and introduce a first-time historical addition to the holy ritual. Starting on December 24th, the Pontiff will open a series of 5 holy doors throughout the Vatican, including St. Peter's Basilica, plus Rome's 3 other basilicas, to commence next year's Catholic Church Jubilee. So the door at St. Peter's was actually sealed shut back in 2016, but on this past December 2nd, those were ripped down to get ready for the door opening as the part of rite of recognition. But this is what's different in the new tradition. After the Christmas Eve ritual, Pope Francis will open a symbolic door inside the Roman prison Rebiba on December 26th, the feast of St. Stephen. It will be the first time a pope has opened a holy door at a prison. Aren't you curious what's going to come out of that door, seen or unseen? Pope Francis goes on to say, I think of prisoners who, deprived of their freedom daily, feel the harshness of detention and its restrictions, lack of affection, and more than a few cases, lack of respect. In order to offer prisoners a concrete sign of closeness, I would myself like to open a holy door in a prison as a sign inviting prisoners to look to the future with hope and renewed sense of confidence. I mean, that sounds nice, right? That's all that's gonna happen, right? Nothing's gonna be unleashed into the world.
Hey, come on, man. There's something going on, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, these people, man, that's in charge in this, like, they think they so slick, though. They really do. They really do think they so slick, for real.
2024 is about to be ruthless. The psyops are going to be huge. In my opinion, it's going to be a great opportunity to get extremely wealthy. I've said it once and I'll say it again. If the US gets fucked, every place in the world gets fucked. Dude, everything runs on Visa. Everything runs on MasterCard. Those companies go down, aka American companies, the world's fucked. So don't be so much worried about where you currently are, but do the following thing. Take some time and understand the sense of urgency that you're in, and that whether you believe it or not, there will come a digital lock upon you and upon me, and unless you have money, and unless you have a way to get out, you're fucked. 2024 is about to be ruthless.
In 2015, the APA, the American Psychological Association, in cooperation with members of the military and intelligence communities, issued the Brookline Principles for the ethical practice of operational psychology, also known as military psychology. The Brookline Principles were a response to the Hoffman Report, made into allegations that psychologists had assisted the Bush administration with the implementation and development of enhanced interrogation techniques at the likes of Guantanamo and Abu Ghraib. The revelation that psychologists who are ostensibly bound to things like the Hippocratic Oath and the Nuremberg Oaths would participate in practices deliberately designed to inflict harm caused an enormous scandal within the APA and within psychology community at large. So the response was this, the Brookline Principles for the ethical practice of operational psychology. Sum it up in one sentence, it would be, if you're doing psychology to somebody in order to inflict harm or without their knowledge, then you're not doing psychology, you're doing military. Psychologists can't do torture. I'll go through the Brookline Principles one by one to show you how fundamental and basic they are in the implementation of a humane practice of any sort. But first, let me note that the Brookline Principles were not without detractors and fierce opposition, specifically from Division 19 of the APA, the Society for Military Psychology. Anyway, back to the Brookline Principles. So let's go through what the Brookline Principles actually are. Number one, the practice of psychology is based on an ethic of do no harm or non-malfeasance, and this doesn't change even if you're in a national emergency. Number two, ethical concerns are at their highest when the intention is to actively do harm, to use your knowledge and your expertise in the field of psychology in order to inflict maximum harm on someone. Number three, those concerns are heightened when the subject is unaware that they are being subjected to psychological techniques. They're not consenting to the attention, let's say, of a psychologist. Number four, the risk is heightened further if through secrecy and compartmentalization, the psychologists themselves that are participating are unaware of their participation in a certain mission. Number five, the effectiveness of a particular technique does not justify the implementation of that technique. Number six relates to transparency and accountability, some system of oversight and monitoring in order to ensure that people's rights are not being abused. There's only two more, bear with me. Number seven is members of the profession have a responsibility to refuse tasks which violate this code of ethics, their Hippocratic Oath, and yet refusal within a chain of command will prove immensely difficult because of accusations of insubordination or ineffectiveness or whatever, because of the laws of armed conflict. And number eight, finally, if an operational psychologist operates outside of these ethical frameworks, they should surrender their title as a psychologist and instead work within the frameworks of armed conflict. So there you have it, the Brookline Principles, created specifically to delineate in military operations and psychology. And this all brings me to my final point with the Brookline Principles. Because specifically, the tactics employed by the field of operational psychology could look much more menacing and terrifying and secretive than any of us might imagine. In order to understand that, we need to learn a little bit about the history of the use of psychology in the form of torture and domestic repression. By looking at a time in history where terrifyingly effective secret police kept a chokehold on a gigantic population by employing a tactic called Zersetzung, a German word meaning biodegradation from within, also translated as corrosion or attrition. So let's learn about Zersetzung. In 2015, the APA, the American Psychological
Have you ever heard of a PSYOP? It's a psychological operation, like 2020. An operation to give selected information and indicators to a certain group to influence their emotions, their motives, their objective reasoning, and ultimately the behavior of a government or an organized group and all individuals. Let's take Plato's allegory of the cave as an example of a PSYOP. Inside the cave, people are watching the show on the screen. It's actually done by puppets behind them casting shadows, but they don't even know that there's anything behind them because they're too busy watching the show thinking it's real real life, like a psyop. But eventually, one wakes up and walks out of the cave. Next, they realize there's a second cave above them. And in that cave is where the shadow show is being projected from. The puppeteers pulling the strings, the people doing the psyop. At this point, someone can stay here and become part of the psyop, be a puppet, like a Hollywood star projected on the silver screen, the shadow show, the agenda pushers. Or, at that point, you can leave that second chamber of the cave and walk out. You realize the light's coming from above and there's a whole nother way out. That's leaving the psyop. Then, of course, there's secondary psyops, like Q, a psychological operation inside a psychological operation. I don't know about you, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave the cave. The catch is, once you leave the cave completely, you're actually supposed to go all the way back in and help pull people out.
Officials with the NYPD tell CNN that CEO wanted posters have been seen around the city as fears grow that copycats could target other corporate executives.
Well, Jim, there is a real sense of nervousness and even fear in C-suites really across the country. This fatal shooting in Midtown.
People are saying this is a psyops right here. I don't know where it was, but I had to find it. But I seen this. They saying that this is a psyops. But this is crazy. Like, why would they even have posters of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this doesn't seem like this is on. And then they got it on the news. Like, what?
Manhattan, not far from where I am right now. It's been a real wake-up call for business leaders and for boards of directors, the security firms that are paid top dollars to protect executives. They say that their phones have been ringing off the hook ever since this news broke. One veteran security executive told me that corporate America is nervous. And he said healthcare is the target now, but who's next? And so, yes, companies are considering a range of steps to try to ramp up security, including reassessing the security protocols that are already in place and the budgets. They're increasing the number of security personnel and the amount of technology in offices and even in the residences of executives. They're urging executives to delete their digital footprints, including stuff like the floor plans of their homes and any information that's out there about where their kids may go to school. And they're also enhancing mail screening. There's also a sense that this killing really made it clear that companies need to extend the security blanket that exists for those top level CEOs down to their lieutenants, because there are a lot of massive corporations out there like United Healthcare that maybe the security for those division CEOs does not rise to the level that it does for the number one CEO, but perhaps it really should. There's also this growing concern about the risk of a copycat, both because of the positive reaction that this has gotten online and also the level of attention that this suspect has received. And New York Police Department intel report obtained by CNN's John Miller said that the online reaction to the killing may signal an elevated threat facing executives in the near term, with the shooting itself having the capability to inspire a variety of extremists and grievance-driven malicious actors to violence.
New York City's top prosecutor says there could be more charges against the suspected killer of the United Healthcare CEO. And he's also denouncing the growing support that we've seen from some circles for Luigi Mangione.
Celebrating this conduct is abhorrent to me. It's deeply disturbing. And what I would say to members of the public, people who, as you described, are celebrating this and maybe contemplating other action, that we will be vigilant and we will hold people accountable. We are at the ready.
The Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg there making that promise after wanted posters targeting other healthcare executives were seen posted around New York City today. Joining me here tonight, Nicholas Florco, staff writer for The Atlantic, who argues in a new post, quote, "Murder is an awful answer for healthcare anger." And he joins me now. And it's great to have you because you also used to work for STAT, which is a healthcare publication, covers United Healthcare previously. So I understand you probably are deeply familiar with the anger that so many people feel towards the healthcare industry. But the idea that people are using that to celebrate the murder of a father of two children is just kind of stunning.
It really is. I mean, I'm used to people being angry about healthcare my entire career. People have been angry about health insurance, about healthcare prices. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, the amount of outpouring of support for Luigi Mangione and the amount of hate going to the United CEO is just, it's unprecedented.
Yeah, but we've seen some people say, well, the reaction that we've seen to beef up security for these CEOs or to focus on that is them focusing on the wrong issue. But in looking at that, I mean, we're also seeing people put up wanted posters with their faces. I just want to show some people who maybe aren't, you know, as prolific on social media as others, the reaction that we've seen towards the suspect here online.
This Ivy League hottie named Luigi is the Robin Hood that we never knew that we needed.
I listened to Luigi's manifesto this morning 3 times and I cried. Honestly, it's beautiful and I agree with him.
At least he left a very powerful message and he highlighted how terrible the healthcare system is in America. I think he'll go down as a hero in history.
What does that say to you?
I mean, it tells me that people are really angry about the state of healthcare in this country, and that they're feeling kind of hopeless. I mean, to me, what it symbolizes that people are moving towards this.
Yo, this is psyops, man. This is
violence.
They want. They know what they're doing. This is attention grabbing. I see it. I just don't know how to put my finger on it, but I see what's going on here. Psyops or something.
What's really going on? There's a YouTube channel. Today's December the 11th. I wonder if Mario gonna come with the Luigi.
Who fucking did this? Who did this? Somebody went and put wanted posters around New York City of all the other CEOs, and the one of Brian Thompson had a big red X across it. Healthcare CEO wanted posters appear in New York after Brian Thompson shooting. Here's the article from U.S. News. As a result, Brian Thompson was denied his claim to life. Who will be denied next? When I tell you, I fucking cackled. The amount of unseriousness, yet deadly seriousness that we have going on right now is beautiful, and I am here for this level of fuckery and this level of, like I said in one of my previous videos, psychological warfare. Make them fear for their lives. We've been fearing for our lives for as long as I can remember, solely based on profits. So now they can fear for their lives. Oh my God, I am so fucking excited. Who did this? Like, I need to know because I want to shake your fucking hand. Like, lunch is on me, babes. Who fucking did this? Who did this? Somebody went and put wanted posters around New York City of all the other CEOs.
Officials with the NYPD tell CNN that CEO wanted posters have been seen around the city as fears grow that copycats could target other corporate executives.
Well, Jim, there is a real sense of nervousness and even fear in C-suites really across the country.
Introduce a little anarchy.
Do you see this? Deny, defend, oppose at the bottom of it? Do you see this? Do you see this? Deny, defend, oppose at the bottom of it?
This is crazy. Even though, like, I feel like this is like scripted. I don't know. I feel like something's scripted behind it. I don't know, though. I don't really want to believe that this is like a real deal, but probably is, man.
This is going to scare you, but it's important that you know about it. Behind me, this woman that is talking, she is entirely AI generated. And not just AI generated, she is generated from an image of a real person. And furthermore, this video, she is actually talking out loud in it. Let me show you it.
Here's the thing. When we say no to something, we're saying yes to something else, but that involves a lot of unknown.
I really love artificial intelligence. I talk about it all the time. I talk about all the many beneficial ways you can use it in your life. Personally, I see no beneficial, real ethical way this can be used by the majority of people using it. Just because the tech is around right now does not mean we should make these things, especially in a year when there are elections happening around the world. Now and in the future, may this be a reminder to you to be really vigilant online, because deepfakes like this are getting really easy for computers to make and becoming increasingly accessible for people to use them. When you see something, try and fact check it before sharing it. Let your loved ones know that scams are probably going to be more prominent for these reasons as well. And just stay safe out there while educating yourself about AI and what it's capable of, the good and the bad. This is gonna scare you, but it's important that you know about it. Behind me, this woman.
It's crazy. AI is really getting out of hand, y'all.
So I think having a Dodge Doodle fight, that's why I draw the line. There's a village in India that every year they literally have a turret shootout. I can literally smell the clap through the phone. Ain't no way we just witnessed a feces RKO. And every year around the same time, they collect a bunch of cow flagellants secretion, literally taking a bath in it and praying over it before they get ready for the annual doodle fight. Oh, no. This got to be what Davy Jones' locker smelled like from SpongeBob. Like, it stinks so bad that you can literally see the stink mist rising up from the annual dookie fight. Now, wherever this is at, hygiene has to be illegal. Now, twin, I just seen a lot of shit, no pun intended. But this got to be the stinkiest video I done ever did in my life. But y'all let me know in the comments, would y'all attend this annual doodle fight? Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. And if you...
Yo, that is disgusting. That is diabolical. I don't care.
This might be the clearest UFO image and UFO sighting they have on video, and multiple people have it. Happened in Arizona like last week.
Oh, I think I seen this video.
You seen it?
Yeah,
It's crazy because they're just chilling. Yeah. They're literally just chilling. Watch this.
I'm telling you. Yup, I seen this.
You seen this one?
Yeah, and they're laughing. Yeah.
It's just on top of their house.
Yeah, that looks like the fucking
Independence Day, right? It literally looks like from the movie. It's the ones chilling in the house, and then they look over in the sky and they see multiple ones.
shit.
And more moving.
Oh, there's more. That's crazy.
And as wild as this is, though, like, it's not even wild anymore, bro. Like, this might be the clearest.
So if you've ever seen this tree, you've either fallen in a rip of time and now you're in a different time zone, or you're about to witness something very dangerous to your life. Have you ever seen this tree before? Something like this.
What is that?
Lepidodendron tree.
Why is it just in the middle of nowhere?
It's supposed to spawn if you fall in a rip of time. This tree existed when dinosaurs were around. So it was extinct 250 million years ago.
Just appeared. That's a glitch. Like,
yeah, so people are saying like, yo, is this a glitch in the Matrix? Like, why am I seeing this if it's extinct?
Why do you think that Andrew Scritch told Logan Paul to stop after he started showing his hand symbolism? Seems like he's very aware of what's going on.
Wait, the bird never said you fucked a guy. You fucked a guy? I thought I made a joke about it. No. Did you go legs up or did you? Come on, Andrew. Yo, stop that, bro. Come on. That was what his asshole looked like.
I think Logan Paul may know something we don't. He took a lie detector test and where his brother asked him if he's part of the Illuminati.
So I think it's time to clarify. Are you in the Illuminati?
But he took some time to answer, but then said no.
Are you in the Illuminati? No.
Meanwhile, the lady doing the reading said it's coming up as a lie.
Well, it's coming up as a lie.
Well, what, your lights broke, lady?
I think you're moving too much.
This video's gonna me. We knew he said the Illuminati won't great. Y'all know, but I don't.
Jake asks him again.
I promise we was not put on this earth to work. Like, we was not put on earth to spend 8+ hours of our day at work, away from our family, away from friends, away from God. You hear me? Like, there's no way this how we supposed to be living. And then on top of that, most people don't even get paid enough to enjoy the life that they might have outside of work.
They don't.
Most people are working to survive. There's no freaking way. We all want to be free. Now, mind you, I love my job. Thank you, Lord. No, for real. But if I could still get money and not work, baby, I'm sure everybody feels that way. But my goodness, there's no way. This is not what God intended for our lives. Like, this is so wicked. I think everyone is very much tired of being on the corporate plantation. We are tired. We are done. We don't want this life no more. And I think that's why so many people, like, literally don't care about aliens. We don't care about what the heck's going on. We're not really worried about war and invasion. Yeah, we talk about it, but we're not really worried about it because it's like, so what? We're so spent that we literally don't care about anything else. I think most of us are very excited to see what the next phase of Earth is going to be. A phase without this bullcrap system that we got. This freaking wicked, demonic, devilish system that we have in place now. We don't want it no more. It didn't start like this, okay?
No.
This is a slow boil. This is like putting a frog in cold water and then heating it up slowly, because it didn't used to be like this. But now it's like, oh, y'all trying to take us out. At this point, I don't know, man. All I know is I'm ready for the change. I'm ready for the switch over in timelines or whatever. I'm ready for it to happen. I think we're ready. We're ready to let this mess go and hopefully become self-sufficient.
I agree, man.
I promise we was
I
not.
strongly agree with that, for real. I think everybody's ready for that.
Girl, I can take your man
Yeah,
if you
peep
tried
game,
Kaya's
Tim.
chicken pasta.
She's seen this, then tried some new.
Kaya,
Y'all just peep
cooking
game.
with Kaya, cooking with Kaya.
Where she go wrong, kid?
You been watching that all day, like, damn. I can't watch my cooking with Kaya. I'm sorry.
And see, now while people mad at cooking with Kaya, she saving relationships one plate at a time. Like, you know how many females that got in the kitchen because of cooking with Kaya? Like, I'm not gonna cap. We tired of eating chicken tenders from Raising Cane's and McDonald's burgers. Hey, Kaya, keep cooking, twin, because you bring them dogs out of retirement. Instead of watching Cooking with Kaya, we could be watching Cooking with Bae in a damn kitchen. No cap. But I'm curious, though. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on what y'all think about Cooking with Kaya in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom. Stay tuned. Y'all comment down below.
Now they want to start. Stop. Now they want to start cooking and stuff, man. Hey, it worked. Sure.
They say only 25% of the population breathes through their mouth, but when I'm looking out, I'm seeing far more than that. But those are the statistics, okay? We should be breathing through our nose. That's the most important thing, and especially while we're asleep. Okay? And the reason why that's so important is because the tissues and the structure of the nose, it's a use it or lose it system. If you don't use it, you lose it. It becomes less and less effective. And I think so many people actually breathe through their mouth and are so comfortable with breathing through their mouth that they're actually uncomfortable when they have to breathe through their nose, like when they go in to do yoga, or something like that. So this is that's actually one of the practices that has helped me along with my meditation practice. They say only 25% of the population.
That's crazy.
Your brain is the most powerful weapon in the world. Once you put away your phones and your computers and all that we have nowadays, yeah, it's great. We're up to date. But your brain is the only thing you have when you're going through depression, when you're going through hard times, when you're going through death. Real life, you can't Google that, man. You're alone. You're alone. You may have a shrink you're going to, you may have a best friend you're going to, but there's 24 hours in the day where you're alone in this brain, and your brain is talking to you in all kind of ways, and it wants to control you and pull you in these different pockets. If you can't control your own brain and your brain controls you, You got to tell your brain where you want to go and how you want to go and how you want to get there. You got to control it. If not, it's over. Your brain is the most powerful weapon.
That is true though, man. The brain can really do some cool stuff, man. For real.
Sandwich, nor the one from Chick-fil-A. Go look on the website. On the Popeyes chicken website, there are 40 ingredients in that chicken sandwich. And out of the 40 ingredients in the Popeyes chicken sandwich, 33 of them are man-made chemicals. Go and look on the Chick-fil-A website. There's 55 ingredients in their chicken sandwich. And 35 of them are man-made chemicals. You not eating no chicken sandwich. You eating a chemical sandwich with a little bit of chicken sandwich.
You say you eating a
Nor the one from Chick-fil-A.
That's real.
Straight out. Straight out? I should probably throw it that way, huh? Yeah, throw it that way. Good frisbee. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh! Oh!
Straight out. Straight out? I should probably throw it that way, huh? Yeah, throw it that way.
Whoa, I didn't see. I'm sorry. I didn't see. What happened?
2,
What's that piece of bread?
Oh!
What is that?
Oh!
Oh, there's some kind of sodium. Dry ice. Somebody says dry ice. I don't know what this is, but this is interesting. I don't know.
But whatever you do, you have to start young. That's the key. Because you see everybody now, they're 40 and 50 and they want to now go on a diet and, you know, they want to start but okay, that's good. It's never, you know, it's better late than never, but it would have been better had you kept a consistent way of living throughout your life.
Yeah, that's real.
But whatever you do, you have to start young.
Pay close attention to the ones that surround you that's strange. Because in actuality, what you're going to find out is if you are normal in a world like this, you weren't as crazy. See what I'm saying? The ones that you calling crazy, strange and crazy, they have tapped into levels of spirituality that you don't understand. You saying that nigga crazy. You see what I'm saying? But in actuality, if you are a pillar of this society, you got to be out of your damn mind. Check. Always go across the green. You got a brother right back here is a living example of going across the green. You know that old deal that went down in 88? You know what I'm saying? 87. That's talking about going across the green. We talking about we must be, we don't want to be palatable to the market system and to the whole system. We want to go across the green. If you going with the green, you totally dead. Check? All right.
So the plot thickens with the United Healthcare CEO who is no longer with us. And the suspected shooter, did you see his social media? This is insane. So they've arrested this guy, Luigi Mangione, and his Twitter just looks normal. There's nothing too crazy. You have a picture of him backpacking in what looks like perhaps Hawaii. Then you have an x-ray of the surgery that it's believed he underwent, which is what some are saying radicalized him because he wasn't covered under his parents' healthcare insurance anymore because he was 26 years old. And then you have this Pokemon, and you may think, oh, it's just a Pokemon. What's the big idea? But here's where it gets a little bit weird. This Pokemon has a number. It's called Breloom, and his number is 0286. Well, if you type in Proverbs 286, better is a poor man who walks in his integrity than a rich man who is crooked in his ways. The interpretation is that this can refer to dishonest business practices or blatant corruption. And strangely still, look at the number of posts Luigi has currently up on his Twitter, 286. And this Pokemon also has a function or an attack called Bullet Seed. But some people are pointing out that it's very strange. Usually all these shootings that happen in New York, they never find out who was behind it. But this professional freaking seemingly hitman has a full social media profile and all this encoded stuff in it. Very strange. So the plot thickens with the United Healthcare CEO who was...
Very. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's just a script. Like, this is scripted. Like, I don't be thinking, like, when stuff like this happen, and it just be a distraction or something bigger behind it, you know? For real.
All conditions get better when you eat better. All conditions get better when you sleep better. All conditions get better when you start exercising. All conditions get better when you start controlling your stress and meditating and doing stress management. All these things get better when you improve your lifestyle. Now, if you're someone that's willing to dive into it and make a 360 from what you've been doing, you're going to find yourself being able to come out on the other end of the spectrum of brand new you. All conditions get better.
Yo, this is the best. Look how it's getting all that skin off my foot. Y'all, look at that. And then it has 3 feeds. Baby. Lord have mercy. Look at all that.
Said,
Girl, it look like a stand-up. This is a stand-up. Lord, I shouldn't have never. Look at all that.
Wow, this is a
Ooh, Lord. Eric, get the broom.
That's a glazed donut.
Y'all better get y'all one, baby. Roll through and pick one up today. Goodbye. The nail salon. Okay? Just tell them after you use this, you tell them just to paint your toenails, honey. You see that stuff still flying. And it comes with another one. It comes with another one. Another piece that's rougher than this that you can use like a buffer. I'm telling y'all, go get yours today. Okay? Now let me mind my business and finish doing what I'm doing.
Yo, whose feet look like that, though? Like, that is crazy.
No, twin, you not tripping. Instagram was definitely down for 2 hours. My messages wasn't going through. My content wasn't posting. I'm sitting up here thinking that my page got hacked. Y'all had this little motherfucker doing backflips inside of my brain. And yes, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, all of that was down due to technical issues. Even now, it's still tweaking. Instagram, we don't care. Fix it. And it's like this keep happening. What if one time we just open our phones and this just might be the time that Instagram is actually gone? 9 times out of 10, they probably bumping with hackers right now as we speak. They said more than 150,000 people reported an outage before the spike happened. Yep, pretty much screaming hackers to me. But y'all let me know, what did y'all do when y'all found out Instagram was down in the comments? Like and follow for more wisdom.
Bitch, I just had my first one-night stand and he...
I saw this on the internet and the post simply said dinner time, and it made me remember burgers on the white bread used to go crazy.
They still do.
Used to. They still go crazy to this day.
I saw this on...
Alright, y'all. This is kind of weird, yo. It says, have your lights been flickering and Wi-Fi not working properly, like slow service? On everything TikTok, I got the 14, right? Like the iPhone 14 Max, right? Bro, my phone just be cutting off out of nowhere. Like the little black dot will come up and it'll just pop back on. Like the phone died, but it did not die. Now, hold on, right? I just tried to play the PlayStation. My TV was acting dumb weird, yo. Like, I tried to turn that joint on, and it kept switching back and forth between the wrong HDMIs. Mind you, this never done this before. Like, this shit never done this before. Another thing, shit just been too quiet, yo. Another thing, has it came to y'all senses that the last time that old head that's about to run for 2025, the last time he was in office, what happened before that? I'm just asking questions, y'all. You feel me? That's it. Think about what I just asked y'all. Hey, y'all know I've been on this joint for a long time, yo. Yo, follow me on Instagram. Lizzie Conspiracy. Wait up! Alright, y'all.
Celebrities who faked their death. Tupac Shocker. Michael Jackson.
La vidéo. Non, je vais casser ta cam.
Oh non.
Non mais c'est clair, t'effaces.
Non, non, mais non.
Non mais t'effaces.
Bah si.
Mais non.
Non mais.
Mais non,
T'as
mais non.
entendu ce que j'ai dit?
T'as pas le choix, t'effaces, c'est tout.
Eh mais y'a un... mais...
Ah mais y'a Michael Jackson.
Non, non, il est mort lui. Non,
Mais non, regarde, mais c'est lui, viens.
Elvis Presley. Celebrities who faked their death.
You have not been taught that the three people who died first in the name of Jesus the Christ were three African women. Felicita, Nymphano, and Perpetua. Yet you know everything. You're born again. You know it all. You have not been taught that the three people who died first in the name.
There was a study done in Ohio State University where they were feeding rabbits diets that were extremely high in cholesterol. And they found to their amazement there was one group of rabbits that never got the high cholesterol levels. After a while, they found out that the technician who was feeding these rabbits, instead of just throwing the food at them, he would stroke them and pet them and cuddle them and kiss them and then feed them the same poisonous food. But now as a result of that experience of happiness, they made chemicals inside their brain and the body that turned the cholesterol into a completely different metabolic pathway. So it's not just the food you eat, but what your awareness, what your consciousness and your state of emotions is at the time you're eating. Your state of mind can convert nectar into poison and the other way around too, poison into nectar. There was a study done in Ohio State University.
A deadly parasite entered through her nostrils as she jumped into the pool. It burrowed into her brain, destroying tissue and causing swelling. She came home with a headache, which turned into a high fever and projectile vomiting the following day. She was rushed to the hospital and doctors gave her a 1% chance of survival, putting her in a coma for 22 days. A rare drug miraculously saved her, but she had to relearn how to walk, talk, and even swim again. A deadly parasite.
Do you guys remember the old man who worked at a water treatment plant in somewhere like Rhode Island, and he didn't add fluoride to the water that he was supposed to do as working for the town there, but he secretly didn't add fluoride to their water for like 20 years? Well, here's something insane I just found out about chlorine from someone I know who works at a water treatment facility. So yes, they have to wear certain protective gear while they're handling the thing they're adding to your drinking water, but a 10-minute shower can expose you to more chlorine than drinking 8 glasses of chlorinated water. During a shower, your skin absorbs chlorine through open pores, which can be up to 6 times more than drinking the same amount of water. This is from Google's AI, by the way. You also inhale chlorine vapors, and showering can expose you to toxic chlorine byproducts, which you wouldn't experience from drinking the same amount of water. This also affects your gut, unfortunately, by disrupting the gut bacterial balance, destroys good bacteria, promotes the growth of bad bacteria. Then you have Berkeley Post examining the effects of chlorinated drinking water. New research shows no negative impact. Now, solution, a shower filter, a whole house filter, and detoxing from years of exposure. Now, one of the best ways to detox your organs and your system from years of exposure would be bioavailable minerals, like in the purified shilajit. That replaces heavy metals, it supports healthy detoxification, it also calibrates your endocrine system, and is excellent for your gut bacteria. For the December special, we're giving away free $100 bags of the chocolate powder, the organic chocolate mix, which is a delicious hot chocolate beverage. You have Ceylon cinnamon in here, a bunch of superfoods. It's delicious, it's amazing. And
okay, now let me tell you what you're watching. Look like it's a throw rug, but it's not a throw rug. It's a whole turkey dropping off cock. Yeah, he is.
The government tells us these animals are extinct, but could they be lying? Check this out, y'all. Y'all saw that, right? That's not a possum.
Woolly mammoth.
This is my favorite one, because we can actually bring these things back. That does not look like a regular elephant to me, y'all. That could be a mammoth. You can clearly see some kind of tusk, and it looks rather furry. This is an interesting one, y'all, too. That's definitely.
She climbed out of bed and began to sleepwalk as she left the house. Dressed only in her pajamas, she entered the dense forest, disappearing into the night. The next day, rescue teams searched for more than 24 hours. But it wasn't until drones using heat detection that she was finally located. Curled up on the forest floor just 1.5 miles from her home, she was miraculously unharmed, aside from a few mosquito bites. She climbed.
Fasting is a lost art in America. We should be fasting for 16 to 18 hours without food. On a monthly basis, a 3-day fast, water only, and you say, oh, I can't do that. Yes, you can. Diabetics can do it, and anyone can do this. All through the centuries, since the creation, we have fasted. It's been a major spiritual practice. It's also an extremely healthy practice. Fasting allows immune senescence to happen. Fasting is a lost art in America. We should be fasting for 16 to 18 hours without food. On a monthly basis, a 3-day fast, water only, and you say, oh, I can't do that. Yes, you can. Diabetics can do it, and anyone can do this. All through the centuries, since the creation, we have fasted. It's been a major spiritual practice. It's also an extremely healthy practice. Fasting allows immune senescence to happen. Fasting is a lost art.
Most people would.
If you suck toes while you fucking, you just need to reevaluate life.
Okay, first of all, ma'am, you're supposed to only fuck who you like.
Most people would try to jump out if they were trapped in a hot air balloon. Instead, find the burner controls to release hot air slowly, which cools the balloon, making it descend. Aim for an open field and use the side vents to release hot air from one side of the balloon, allowing it to rotate and position the basket for a better landing. If that doesn't work, you're either going to continue getting higher, eventually losing oxygen and passing out, or you might hit some power lines, which will make everything catch fire and crash. Most people would try to jump out if they were trapped in a hot air balloon.
See, this is why we don't do things like that. I wouldn't do things like that. What is this? Jay-Z got 99 problems with being sicko is definitely one. This is him in the video? Wow. I have no idea what I'm watching right now. I don't know if it's Daisy or not.
I said, Your Honor.
Do you think men prefer a natural body or a BBL? BBL. 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 Do you prefer natural bodies or BBL bodies? Natural. 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 Natural.
Natural. See, now women, y'all do a lot of extra shit, and y'all think that makes y'all more attractive when actually it does not. See, now as a man, we want you to come as you is. See, now we want to see your flaws, your imperfections. That's what make you human. We fell in love with somebody that's real, not no goddamn Barbie doll. Like, y'all ain't noticed that when you ain't got your makeup on and you quote unquote bummy, that dudes shoot at you more? That's because we want to talk to the real version of you. And that's all around the board. Fuck that lip injections, Brazilian butt lifts, BBLs, makeup, wigs. I'm telling you this now. We want natural. We want the version of you that the Most High created. And what you're not knowing is you already came perfect. You doing all that extra shit, you fucking it up. Now to all the men that have watched this video, please tell them we want natural. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. And remember, if you want the method on how to grow your...
People gonna do what the heck they want to do. Because it's, you know, it's everybody. But some things you just don't gotta change. It just should be like that. But I get it.
You got to correct the insulin resistance issue, and most people have an insulin resistance issue. And this isn't something when you go get a checkup at your doctor that they're going to check, are you insulin resistant? They may check your blood sugars. They may even check your A1C, but they may not give you a picture as to are you insulin resistant, because your body is constantly compensating and adapting. All right, so it's really important. Correct your insulin resistance issue, because again, it leads to high blood pressure, it leads to weight issues, obesity, and it also leads to diabetes because your blood sugars elevate. And when you correct your insulin resistance issue, you can lower your blood pressure, you can reduce your weight, and you also can reduce your blood sugar levels, which means that you can take care of high blood pressure, obesity, and diabetes by just simply correcting your insulin resistance issue and stop eating all those refined carbohydrates. You got to correct the insulin resistance issue, and most people.
Are you ready? Oh, it's already there. Niagara Falls?
Right.
Winter Falls?
Right.
Oh my God, baby. You're turning me on when you talk so slutty. Mister, do you have a firearm on my plane?
No.
Okay, man. 'Cause I'm not going down, man. I'm gonna tell it all, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna tell your first name and your last name. I'm not going down, man. I can't do a night. That'll let you know what I'm gonna do. I didn't say I can't do time. I said I can't do a night, mister. So if you jump on my plane and you're strapped,
Yeah, do you see this?
you're gonna be strapped to the electric chair when I finish telling.
This looks great.
It does look good.
And I can't do a night. I'm telling you. I'm gonna watch that movie. I'm gonna watch every fucking second of it. I'm telling you.
Are you ready? So did y'all hear about them having a portal?
Yo, is that AI or something? Who made that? Is that a real person?
Or an entrance to the underworld underneath a church in Mexico? What we're about to see is something that was never taught in school. We have portals or entrances to the underworld. Yeah, I said it right. Entrances to the underworld, and they're under a church. Isn't that ironic? The underworld entrance is under a church in Mexico. And what I'm thinking is the same way you can go in and out of this gate or this portal, something else can too. Yes, something else can too. Now, ready your eyes to see what y'all about to see. The gates to the underworld, right here, 4K. On the top, it say Diablo, and we know what that means. Let's just take a second to marinate in the thought that we really have gates to the underworld. Yeah, we living in some strange times. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this gate to
where the power of social media is freaking amazing. So after I made that post about looking for an RV or camper to rent out, after I made that post, y'all, I got a few options for an RV. So I have a lead on 3 campers and 1 cabin. So y'all, it is looking up, okay? It is looking up. For y'all that don't believe I am living in my tent, here is the tent that I'm actually living in. So I am trying to stay positive throughout all of this. I have been very down. The other day I cried. I had a whole crying session just because realizing that you might have to possibly lose your whole house and move out into, you know, a new house or a new place to live without planning it. Just thinking of the possibility of how severe this mold damage can be and possibly not being able to salvage the house is quite depressing.
It is.
The power.
It is depressing, like life, man. Life with the unpredictable. That's all I say. She gotta clean up. Okay. I skip that.
Much as 20 years. Yes. If we practice fasting. You know I'm interested. Tell me how I can do it.
Well, without supervision, you could start and do it one day every week. And the best day to do it is after the weekend. When we've eaten over the weekend and Sunday. Then Sunday night, start with an herbal laxative. It doesn't matter what brand. You can find them in health food stores, grocery stores, supermarkets and all. And you take that herb laxative, be it a tea, capsule, or tablet, Sunday night. Monday morning, get up and take that again. And then all day, drink either water or juice.
What is this doing?
This is resting the body organs, and it is cleansing, resting and cleansing, a process of healing. Because sometimes you have, after the weekend of eating or any other time, have a lot of gas and bloat and heartburn and all. This would clear all of that.
Listen, if Jerry Jones get a pass because he's 14, why didn't Emmett Till get a pass? He was 14. Tamir Rice, Ohio, he was 12. Where his pass at? What about the brother in Gulfport, Mississippi, 2 months ago? Jaheim Jalen, I'm forgetting his name, shot in the head coming out of a dollar store with his hands up. Where was his pass? Trayvon was 17. Where was his pass? Look at all the young black boys who are tried as adults in America's prisons right now serving time in adult prisons under the age of 17. Where they pass at, Stephen A? Why are we protecting privileged white men? And you know what makes it so sad? Jerry Jones don't even have to defend himself. He got black men who will jump up. Did you see Michael Irvin? This Uncle Remus? Michael Irvin says, oh, he wasn't at the front of the line. So because he wasn't at the front of the line, he less racist than the ones who's at the front. Oh, he don't look like the guy with the cigarette in his mouth. Jerry Jones is a righteous man and a great man. All white people were that way back in the day. This is Michael Irvin. All white people were that way back in the day. So we supposed to get Jerry Jones a pass. There's nothing worse.
How many lashes for Michael Irvin?
Michael Irvin get about 5,000 lashes for that. No black man should ever volunteer himself, Stephen A. Smith and Michael Irvin, to play defense attorney for a white man. Jerry Jones. Listen, if Jerry
gets the chicken for $100.
Ooh, hold on. I don't know. I don't know about this one.
Nah, you know.
Let's see. That's KFC. 100% KFC, gotta be.
What type of fat ass shit? I hate when black people make chicken games.
Right. Chicken games.
The taste is unique. Very unique.
There's a lot going on in this goddamn video. Why the white man directing it?
That's Publix chicken.
He could smell it?
Nope.
From the smell?
That's Publix, yeah.
Shut up. From the, you can smell it?
100%.
Wow.
Don't eat.
Popeyes. This Popeyes right here, this is my favorite.
Oh, this dude good.
Yes. 100% Popeyes.
You just touched it.
You can tell the way Popeyes make their chicken is different than any of these. I don't
He
know what
touched
else
the chicken like it was Braille.
For sure, Popeyes.
Like you're reading Braille. He touched the chicken that you could just, wow.
That's churches. That's churches. Look.
This man reads
Look,
chicken.
that's churches right there.
How
Look
you
at
read?
this. You see the cracks in between the chicken? I can feel it. They have a bigger crack in it than any of the rest of them. You can tell that this is churches right here. Gets the chicken for $100.
Wow. Oh, man.
And what you gonna do is take your ass on the move and buy everything. Don't stop buying shit. Get that little screwdriver out that motherfucker too. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You see how that shit going? Yeah, put that motherfucker together. Everything is off the move. Don't forget. Move, and you. Now, after you put the desk together, now we gotta get the wall and shit together, right? Go on here, use that little drill. Get to the little top of the desk, right? Boom. Put the motherfucking monitors on the wall and the lighting. We about to get the game room set up, nigga. We about to spend about 3,000. Don't sit over there and be on no broke shit. We on the move. I'm trying to tell you they got all this shit. Yeah, you get all that shit. Set your chair up too. Somewhere for you to sit the fuck down so you can stream. Look at that corner. That little nook. That little nook look good, don't it? Now go in there and make you some fucking money. Bitch.
That's a setup right there for real.
Life is too short for us to be passing away this young.
It's so much beauty in this world. I don't understand why everybody don't have a list of places they want to go to in their life. Do y'all not want more for y'all lives? It's places like Bali, Ghana, Thailand. Like, just go do some research on some of these places. This is Asia, fam. I feel like we have been brainwashed to believe that this world is evil, is trash, and is nothing to live for. Do y'all see all of this beauty y'all have yet to discover? Go find you a man or a girlfriend and go travel, fam. You wasting your life trying to follow people. Let 2025 be the year that you remove yourself from people that don't have the same visions and goals as you. It's too much things to experience on this life just to be wasting your life on mundane, stupid stuff. Like, I'm really considering making a group chat of future travel buddies, fam. Y'all boy, comment beautiful places that y'all would want to go to or have already been, bro. Put me on game, fam. And if y'all...
I don't know who needs to hear this, but the reason why your job offers you such good health insurance is because that job itself causes the issues that the insurance covers. I don't know who needs to hear this.
Yo, she's yo, she is funny for that, bro. Nah, what?
Student is facing life in prison for exposing the healthcare industry secret. And the craziest part was that this doctor was trying to spread the truth as well, but then got silenced. Please listen carefully.
The problem there is that if you figure out a way to help patients heal, and that way doesn't include a pill or a surgery, then the hospital and the doctor are in big trouble, because if you figure out a way to help people heal and you can't charge them for it, then you've just worked yourself out of a job.
Coincidence though, right? Because Lindsay Lohan at the same time was going viral for looking like she's been aging in reverse. But she wasn't revealing what she was doing to help her look put back together. That wasn't until her boyfriend up and went on a podcast talking about the exact same thing that they've both been doing to their skins.
You use beef tallow? I do use beef tallow. How do you know that? As a moisturizer? Yeah, how the hell did you know that? If you're watching this or if you're just listening in the room, tonight or tomorrow morning, whenever you put your moisturizer on, go look at your moisturizer, right? It probably has like 50 ingredients and you might know like what 2 of them are, right? Beef tallow is just beef tallow. It's just beef fat.
And because this all-natural skincare is against all the other major skincares that contain toxic ingredients, is the reason why no one wants us knowing about it. Tell me why I have been using a 12-step skincare routine and my skin continues to break out, but then once I switch to this beef tallow and water, my skin has been looking clear and glowing. And the craziest part is that since this is filled with antioxidants and vitamins, it doesn't have any toxic ingredients inside of it. That's why they want to keep this off the internet, because they want to keep profiting off of our pain. So if you're someone that actually wants to take care of their skin and not pump it with a bunch of toxic ingredients, try the all natural route while this video is still up, because I know damn sure they're gonna take this down. I'll be linking this down below in the orange card for you guys. This IV.
Alright, y'all. That's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Got something from it. All that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.